Hi, this is Mike Leahy at bookup.com, and you have Chess Openings Wizard Professional and possibly some questions about how to use speed learning. First of all, there are 3 different ways to train your memory in Chess Openings Wizard. One of them is the actual training wizard, which is playing mock games against the database, where the computer takes one side or the other. Then there's speed testing, which is bringing up positions and having you guess the right move. Hopefully you already know them. And then there's the flashcard way of doing things, speed learning. That's one we'll be covering right now. For this example, I will create a new ebook with nothing in it. Let's call it Demonstrate Speed Learning. I'll move the window down here so you can see more of it and stretch it out so the diagram maybe is a little bit bigger. There we go. For this example, I'm going to assume I'm going to train myself on how to play the French. So after e4, I'll play e6, d4, d5, and I'm playing this as black. So when white plays knight c3, I plan on playing the win hour. When he advances, I advance. When he kicks the bishop, I'll exchange it. In this variation, I have to play queen c7. If white comes out and tries to kick that pawn, I play f5. And that's enough for my preparation for an example. I'll go back to commands and say I want to select speed learning positions. It'll come up and offer me the chance to either add them to the existing set of speed learning positions or erase whatever's in there first. For this example, I'll erase whatever's in my way, and you'll usually be doing that. This ebook, of course, has nothing in it, but just in case. I'll start selecting from the starting position, because I could start from any current position I'm in anywhere in the book, but the starting position actually has moves in it, and this current position doesn't have any. I don't want to select only white to move positions. What I want to do is select only black to move positions because I'm trying to learn the black side of playing the French. So I don't need to see the white to move positions, just the ones for black. And I can also afford to ignore positions that have no candidate moves because if it brings those up, even though what black's to move, there are no moves there for me to learn. I'll come back to these a little bit later. I'll click OK. It rifles through the entire database, and of the 15 positions I entered just now, 7 of them are black to move, the other 8 of course white to move. So those 7 black to move positions are now in speed learning. So when I go back to commands and say start speed learning, it'll bring up the speed learning window. It shows a position, delays a little bit, and then shows an arrow where the best move is. So here I should be playing queen c7, and that's what it shows me. It shows me another diagram. Here I decided I would trade off the bishop, and so on. If you want to learn at speed reading or tachistoscope speeds or photo reading speeds as they're called, you can decrease the time before the arrow and decrease the time after the arrow until it goes very, very quickly. Also can wipe out even the time between diagrams. I can't tell how well the video capture is picking that up, but these diagrams are being drawn very, very quickly. Let me slow it back down here. And I'll pause it. So, I'll ask you now, why do you think it's drawing the diagram in different places on the screen? It's because your mind's eye can tell it's a different diagram if it's drawn in a different place. What would happen if you drew the diagram in exactly the same place is that the pieces would just magically change, but you wouldn't be able to tell it was a new diagram. It looked like just some of the pieces transformed and other pieces didn't. So this gives your mind a cue that, hey, this is a different diagram. I need to come up with a different move before I see that red arrow. And that's flashcard learning with speed learning. So how would this work with a finished repertoire? Say you bought a copy of the London system to learn it as white. So let's go open that ebook. I've got it here. So I have the London system, and this has 10,000 positions in it, of which about 5,000 are going to be white to move. And maybe I don't know them, and it would be too much for me to rifle through 5,000 positions. I just want to look through a section of the database in speed learning style. That's where I go to commands and choose select speed learning positions, erase whatever's in my way, start from the starting position. But now, since it's a white repertoire and I'm learning the white side, select only white to move positions. But of those 5,000, let's just start with the first few. And say I already know that you always play d4 and you always play knight f3, so something beyond the second ply, but maybe up to ply 7. So that's going to get me just the very narrow portion of the database only in the first 7 plies, first 7 half moves, as it were. and that's what it'll do. So it starts rifling through the 10,896 positions in the database to find just the ones that are beyond move 2, but not beyond 7 moves. And it puts them in speed learning, so I can do it that way. So that's how it works with a finished ebook. So now you know how to use speed learning. If you have any more questions about speed learning or about Chess Opening Wizards Professional, no matter what, go to bookup.com/forum and leave your question there. I'll get right back to you. And thanks for watching.